welcome everybody. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful Christmas yesterday. I feel like I'm getting a little under the weather, so I'm feeling tired more often than normal. I kind of feel it back here in my throat, but well, to be honest with you, I didn't do much practice, obviously, between Thursday and today. We had Friday, I was doing Christmas shopping, taking care of things. Christmas Eve, well, it's Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, I spent it with my family. So, yeah, not a lot of practicing. So what I did was I did write down the fingering that I worked out last Monday. I actually did that this afternoon. I haven't touched this since that Monday. So I don't remember where we left off, but I'm going to start on the bottom of the second page. So let me go ahead and change that actually to this one. There we go. That's the second page. Notice the fingering there so you can see what I came up with. It might change, but it seems like it's going to work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and play what I noticed. Excuse me. What I noticed is when I write down the fingering for the right hand, it immediately becomes easier to play. Well, that's something I should have noticed a long time ago, but yeah, once I write the fingers down for the right hand, A, M, I, M, this will be M, A, M, it is all of a sudden a lot easier to play because the notes themselves aren't that difficult. It's figuring out what to do with the right hand, which is kind of important. So something to consider if you're following along with this series. I prioritize the right hand, especially with a piece like this where you're constantly, it's not, there are musical patterns, but the patterns aren't necessarily idiomatic to the guitar. So your right hand's doing all kinds of weird things to make it work, as opposed to a piece that's just arpeggios, right? Which is also a musical pattern, but if it's written for the guitar, it's not going to be that difficult for the right hand. So, so something to keep in mind. I also went ahead and I'm sure, yeah, you can see some instances where I have some string crossings. On measure 16, top of the page, top right, you'll see a little bracket with an X. So that's an awkward string crossing, something I have to watch out for. On measure 19, the third staff line down, I wrote down the word stretch because that E sharp is a bit of a stretch from the bar here. So I put that down because a lot of times when I was working on it this afternoon, I kept overreaching or not reaching enough. Most of the time not reaching enough. So I wrote down stretch to just reach a little bit more. So things like that really help to clean it up a lot quicker than it would be otherwise. And then in the middle of the page, I have two awkward string crossings on measure 24. Again, you'll see those brackets with the X's there. And then I believe I had one at the bottom. Oh, I did have one at the bottom of the page, but then I changed some things around to sort of avoid it, and it seems to work out. So I'm going to play from the previous page. It's just one measure. And then I'm going to go ahead and play through up until where I think we left off. And then we'll see if we can get to the end today. If not, then I'll get to the end next Monday. And hopefully I can get some more practice. It's hard to get some practice in when I have a lot of things that I'm also trying to take care of. So my apologies for that. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I'm doing what I can. Just getting these live streams up and running it's something I have to be disciplined about, for sure. Okay, so let's start on measure 14. Again, this is the previous measure of the previous page, which is not what you're looking at. So here we go. Awkward string crossing. the end of measure 18, M, I, A. That's because I really wanted to play my middle finger on measure 19. Because then I can go M, I, M, I. So I'm going to go from measure 18. M, I, A. Yeah. Stretch. Makes it easy. This is not a bar. I had a tendency on this measure to bar, but you don't have to bar. Oops. That's a shift. Shift, still on the first string. I think that should be A. I don't think I wrote that down. I am, I'm gonna play A here. I'm gonna write that in. I think I just forgot to write that in, but I remember this portion. So it's gonna be an A. So measure 21 starts with your ring finger. Measure 22, notice there's just a middle finger and then there's nothing. So I should write an I next to that because you're just going to alternate M, I, M, I, M, I. So I didn't want to write it all in. So M, I on measure 22 and then alternate until you get to that ring finger on that B. This is another weird one, measure 23. That's an awkward string crossing. I gotta write that in. Just so I can keep an eye on it. As I'm working on it, I know it's coming up. So measure 23, an awkward string crossing going from first string with the middle finger to second string with the ring finger. How am I gonna do this? Bar 3 strings. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. This is going to be alternating I, M, starting with the middle finger on measure 24. Awkward string crossing. Awkward string crossing. And I didn't want to avoid it. Well, no. I always want to avoid an awkward string crossing, but I wanted to play measure 25 with my ring finger first, with this. Measure 25, I wanted to play thumb and ring. That made the most sense. So I worked my way backwards, and I figured, okay, well, I'm gonna have to deal with that awkward string crossing. So let's go back to 24. Wait, no. M, I, A. That's a little weird. I think I mixed something up there. Okay, so I'm going to add an A. So I'm looking at measure 26, M, I. I'm going to go measure 26, I'm going to go M, I, A. And that will set me up to play the M-A-M, the man, on the third group of eighth notes. M, I, A, M, A, M, I. And the whole reason I'm doing that is so that I can play that F sharp with my index finger and play the last three notes, I, M, A. That's my goal. I, M, A. So let's play that measure again. That feels really nice. For the right hand. It just flows. This is a weird one. On measure 27, I, A, I. And I chose that. I decided to do that because I wanted to play measure 28 with P and M. So I had to play the previous note, the last note of measure 27, with either the index or the ring finger, not the middle finger. And that's what I came up with. So measure 27, A, M, A, M, I, M, I, M, I, A. Yeah, I, A, I. Yep. And then these are going to be alternating. M, I, M, I, A, M, I, M, I, M, A. Can't read that. I don't think that's an A. That's an I. I, M, I. So let's go back to 27. So measure 28. M, I, M, I, A, M, A, I, M, I, M, I, A. Oh, it's a bar. A, M, A, I, M, I, M. Shoot. Yeah, I, M, A. And that's pretty much, I think, where we left off. All right, so let's go ahead and go from there. All right, if you have any questions, obviously hit me up in the chat or leave a comment. I'd love to help you guys out in case you're learning this piece, or you have some questions about, how I go about doing this fingering stuff. But, I feel like I'm being pretty clear, but there's always going to be a question. So don't be afraid to just get in contact with me. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so that, people can learn. For those that don't have the resources to, get some lessons or obviously go to university, I'm providing that for you. So I'm just here to share my knowledge. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to start on 29, bottom of the page. Has to be A. I'm looking at the last measure of the page. A. I feel like I'm out of tune. I sound like I'm out of tune. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. All right, let's see. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to do A. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to change some of the previous right hand fingerings in the previous measure. Let's see. I am. Okay, so I'm going to work my way backwards until I meet up with the last written fingering and see if it works out. And if it doesn't, I'm going to have to iron out these wrinkles. I think that might be okay. Okay, simple. So the last 4 notes of measure 29 are going to be I am, I am. And that feels a little weird, but it sets me up for measure 30. So I'm just going to deal with it and get used to it. So measure 29. A, I, am, I, am, A, am, A, I, am, I, am, A. Beautiful. Let's figure this out. Sorry, actually, I'm already figuring it out. Sorry. Let me walk you through it. Let me just write this stuff down. Yeah, it looks like. Okay, let's see. Okay. So it's going to be A. So measure 30. AMI. M, A, M, I, A, M, and then that looks like I'm guessing. Actually, I can kind of see my writing. I, M, A. Oh, my tea. The more you drink tea, at least in my experience, the more I drink tea, the hotter it needs to be. It's already too cold. Even though it's warm, but I don't know. Anyways, let's see. So measure 29. Feel a little weird, but that's right. Okay, and this will obviously all be updated in the next live stream on Monday, since I'm writing it down right now. So again, measure 30. A, if you want to follow along. A, M, I, M, A, M, I, A, M, I, M, A. Yeah. Okay, so it's not an awkward. I take it back. It is an awkward string crossing, but not awkward in the way that you think. So there's an so I'm looking at the third group of eighth notes on measure 30. So you have B, F sharp and A. Okay, B, F sharp and A. And I have I, A, M. Okay, the A to the M is going to feel a little weird because you have A on the first string and then M on the third string. So that's why it feels a little weird. I guess technically that's an awkward string crossing, right? Because you're string crossing and it feels awkward, right? So I'm going to play that one more time just to be absolutely sure. This is what I want to do. Yeah, definitely. All right, on to the next page. Boom, on to the third and final page. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, here are the last 3 notes of the second page. Okay, so if I'm playing I, M, A, and I'm going to play something on the first string, it might make the most sense to play middle finger. Okay, you have options here. No, you don't. That's going to be open. I'm going to write a 0 there. So that third note, B, I'm going to write a 0 there. I'm thinking there's no fingering for the left hand on that particular note because someone might prefer to play this and someone might prefer to play this. So it's giving you the option to do one or the other. So that's going to have to be middle finger, right? Because we finished with A on the previous measure. Ooh. This measure is going to be a little dicey. It doesn't feel... Lots of string skipping. Actually, it's just on the third group of eighth notes, but it feels like there's a lot more than that. So I'm gonna start middle finger, and let's see what we can work out. So middle finger to start, measure 31. If you have any questions, hit me up in the chat, guys. Okay. M, I, M, I, A. So that's going to be where we adjust. So M, I to start, and then you're going to alternate until you come across the E on the second group of eighth notes. And that's going to be with your ring finger. So we have M, I, M, I, A, M, simple as that. It's literally just fixing one finger, and then everything sort of just falls into place. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I like that chord. And then the last three are going to be I, M, A. The third group is going to be I, A, M. All right. Let's see what that feels like. I think I'm just going to alternate M, I, M, I, M, I. Let me see. M, I, M, I, M. Like. M. So I'm on measure 32, by the way. M, I, M, I, M, I, M. Shoot. Man, every measure is a struggle right now. Let's see. M, I, M, I, M, I, M, A, M, A, M, A, M, I, M, A. Okay, so the last three are going to be I, M, A. There's a pattern there. The previous measure was I, M, A. The measure before that, the last three notes, also I, M, A. So this is going to be I, M, A. Let's try that. Although I just wrote over what I had written down. If you remember, I had written down the fingerings lightly a while ago, and I think you can see some of them. I think in this particular measure, I just wrote over something. It looks like I wrote over my old fingering, and it looks like I did something different. But we're just going to go with what we have here. You could play. Sorry, I'm thinking about the left hand. I'm considering playing that G on the 4th string. Let's try that. So the third group is going to be M, A, M. So the last 6-note spell, ma mima, ma mima. So if that's the case, then this is gonna. I'm working my way backwards now. Yeah, I definitely did something. Let me try. I think I can kind of see what I wrote down way back when. I'm not sure I like that. I don't like that for the left hand. That's weird for the left hand. Let's see. It's weird because I'm playing this last note. I'm playing this note here, A. That should be part of the bar, actually. Oh, sorry. Like this. And then I have to lift the bar to play the E, and then G on the 3rd string. It just feels a little weird. Something I gotta get used to. Okay, so right hand. M, I, M, I, M, I. Oh, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Okay. I-A. Okay. I-A-M. I. A. Okay. Looks like I'm actually reverting to what I did write down. Let's see. Which means I gotta change one of these notes. So this one's gonna be an I. I'm looking at G in the top voice. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that right now. So that's gonna be an I. I. Okay, so we have M, I, M, First group, MIM. Second group, IAM. Third group, IAM. And then the fourth group of eighth notes, IMA. M, I, M. I, M. Sorry. I, A, M. I, A, M. I, A, M, I, M, A. I'm doing this at the end. If you really wanted to, you can go open, but I kind of like this. Want to hear it. So you notice there's, even though it's one voice, it's written as one voice. There are definitely two voices. You can definitely hear two voices. So it'd be a good idea to hold those top notes. So let me see. Let me, you know what? Let's just finish measure 33, and then we'll get to it. Come on. The reason I was kind of squirming was if I finish measure 32 with an A, then I can't play measure 33 at the beginning with an A, and I kind of want to do that. I think you can probably see it. There's an A written there above the first note of measure 33. Hold on, my dog wants to come inside. You want to come in? All right. Okay. All right, so that's a bit of a problem. Okay, all right, here's what I'll do. The last three notes of measure 32, I was playing that B on the third string, and I was going I, M, A, I, M, A, which makes sense. So what I'll do instead is I'll play I, and then I'll play that B on the second string with my A, and then I'll play D with my middle finger. So that's going to be my workaround. And then that frees up my ring finger to play measure 33. So that's what I'll do. And I'll make sure I write it in as open too. So this will be A. I'll make sure I write that B is going to be an open string. And then the last note will be with my middle finger. We'll be good. That might work. So let me try measure 32. Still, sorry, gotta keep that bar down. Come on. Should I keep? That's what I'll do. Okay. Measure 33 is going to be A, M, I, M. so unexpected. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so what was I? Oh yeah, measure 33. Okay, so here's gonna be, okay, here's what I'm hearing. The C sharp on measure 33, the first note, I'm gonna circle the ring finger. Actually, I should circle the note. I'll circle the note. Okay, the C sharp at the beginning of measure 33, let it ring on top of the G, F sharp, G. So you can have bum, dum, bum, dum, 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 and then you have bum, bum, bum underneath it. And then the top voice, because again, we're separating these voices now. So there's a top, middle, and a lower voice. And then the top voice goes, whoops, middle voice, top voice, middle voice, top voice, middle voice, top voice, middle voice, top voice, middle voice, top voice. Oops. And then there. So all those high notes, the C sharp on measure 33, the A, the high A on measure 33, I'm going to circle that and then just write like a, just let it ring. I just do like a tie, but it's not being tied to anything. You'll see it next week. And then again, the high A at the beginning of measure 34, high A beginning of measure 34, let those ring. High A beginning of measure 35, let that ring. The G in the middle of measure 35, let that ring. So you want to let all those ring. Hold them down while you're playing them. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's cool because the high voice is sticking onto A, and then the middle voice is going down. And finally, we have the resolution. It's Bach, man. This is really good. All right, so here we go. Measure 33. So how are we going to play this with our right hand? That's the question. I want to play it, but it's just unpracticed. Like I want to play it like as if I'm performing it. I'm relearning it, so I can't do that yet. Sure what I did there, but it felt right. Let's try that again. Measure 33. Try that. I'm going to try that. So, and it's all the same. So measure 33 is going to be A, M, I, M, I, M. And then A, that's the pattern. M, I, M, I. And that's the pattern for these measures. Okay, so measure 33, 34, and 35 are going to be AMI, MIM. Repeat. AMI, MIM. Measure 34. AMI, MIM, AMI, MIM. 35. AMI, MIM, AMI, MIM. All right? Let me play that a couple times. That's a big jump there. Measure 34. Ring finger with the first string, middle finger with the second string. I'm gonna write that in as an awkward string crossing. Otherwise, it's gonna keep sneaking up on me. There's no room to write it in. Let's see. What am I gonna do? I'll do it right here. X. Let's start over. Measure 33. Rest strokes. I'm not sure that's necessary. The B flat, man, it just gets me every time. This instance, I try to avoid using my thumb for anything that's in the top voice, but I think I'm going to use it at the end of measure 37. So let's see. P, A, I. Oh, make wrong fingers. I think I'm going to go P and then P again, and then I and A. That feels a little weird. So I'm going to write that in. Thumb for those. And that's measure 37. The last figure of measure 37. P for A, P for F sharp. And then I and A for the C natural and the A. Again, this is measure 37. So I, A. I think that'll work. All right, back to measure 33. Might be able to finish this. I got about 17 minutes. Let's see. Back to measure 33. So you want to hear the C sharp here, the A here, which is why I'm doing rest strokes right now. But again, I think I mentioned it in passing. I'm not sure that's necessary. Let's see. Let's try to play these rest strokes, but nice and loud. That's gonna take some practice. What the heck? I held it down for too long. My hand needs to rest for a moment. All right, let's go back to measure 33. All right, gotta put the bar back down. Too much fret buzzes. Too many fret buzzes. Notice that. He's mirroring measure 38 and 39. Not like, technically with the proper pitches, but the idea. So we go measure 30, 38. We have bum bum ba bum 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 bum. And then we climb. So we're climbing down, doing that, and then we do it again. These figures again, but we're climbing up. Bum 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 bum. Maybe not. Maybe he's not married. But it definitely sounds like a call response. I like it. So measure 36, 37 there shouldn't be any reason to go over that. Pretty straightforward. Thumb is going to be all the lower voices, obviously the bass notes, and then it's going to just be ring for this, and then I for this, and then middle and ring for the notes together. Shift. I'm going to start with my middle finger on that G. This is measure 38. That open G at the end of measure 38 is going to be with the ring finger. M, I, M, I, M. I confuse myself. Some awkward string crossings here. I don't know what I did there, but it felt natural. All right, let's figure it out. And let me write this down first. So measure 38, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, A, and then the last note, how would I play that? I'll try M. I don't know. This might change. So M for the last note on 38, and then A for the first note of 39. And then I am I. So 39 is going to be A, I, M, I. Let's try that. I might just alternate. I am, and deal with an awkward string crossing. Deal with the awkward string crossing. That reminds me, there's one on measure 38. I want to make sure I make a note of it. Right there. Going from the third to the fourth string. Awkward string crossing. Just want to make sure I'm aware of it. I for this measure, it's probably best to figure out what's comfortable for you, because there's more than one way to play it, and they don't feel bad. I could throw my ring finger in there, or I could just alternate I am. I think I'm fine either way, so I'm not going to bother writing it down. And then whatever I end up using without thinking about it is what I'll end up writing down. Man, it's so good. Measure 41 throws a curveball at you, but it all just fits in nicely. What I mean by curveball is you're not expecting to go and then all the way to this note. So nice, because it makes more sense. You would expect that he stays on that sort of register. So that's entirely plausible. Let me play it one more time. This is not what's written down. This is not what's written down. But it makes sense because it flows seamlessly. Right? Oh, it sounds nice. But he doesn't do that. He kind of switches it up on you, and it's so this is what he actually wrote down. Genius. Oh, no, I'm not there. I am 39. I'll do 39. No, that's right. Oh, sorry, wrong string. That's why. I'm going to make sure I play that last note on measure 39, with my index finger. And the reason is because I want to play that top note of the chord with my ring finger. I want to play P-I-N. But if I play that G with my ring finger, I guess I could do that. It's kind of a weak argument, but let me see. I would hold on to that E flat on measure 39 in the middle of 39. I'm going to circle that. Let my ring out. So I'm going to have. Sorry. Let me do that again. That's got to be one motion. That's why it's all written down, and it's got that sort of slur marking on the bottom from the F sharp to the E. It's got to sound like one musical idea or one breath. And it's got to land on this. I'm playing it with my middle and my ring finger. Maybe I shouldn't. I might want to play that starting with my index finger. I am. That way I can go A, M, I. So that's what I'm going to do. A. And this is measure 40, by the way, A, M, in case you're lost. So I. M. Slur. I. M. And then A, M, I. So let's go back to 39. I probably shouldn't roll that. Something I'll have to practice. Crossing. That's what I'll do for now. If I change it later on, I'll obviously write it in and you'll see it in future live streams. And that's going to be your string crossing right there, your awkward string crossing. Boom. So I'm going to start 41 with A. Let's see if that works out. Last page has forces you to think about what you're playing. Oops. With your right hand for sure. You really got to sit down and work it out. So I like that I start with my ring finger, but it's causing problems. So let's see if I can save it. It's a jump. It's a jump. A, so measure 41 is going to be A, M, I, and then A, I, M. So something that you have to think about. And then that awkward string crossing is going to be not an awkward, like, you know, it's a jump. It's a string jump. And that might cause issues. So I'm going to mark that in. So measure 41. A, M, I, A, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, A, M. Almost worked out. It almost worked out. Wait, what did I just do? Yeah. just going to alternate. Deal with another jump. M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I. So we got another jump from G and then to D. And that's the M, I. That's an awkward string crossing and a jump. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. 41. A, M, I, M, I, M, I, M. Awkward string crossing and a jump. I, M, I. And then that allows you to play your middle finger. And this is the same thing we played at the very beginning. What finger did we start with? The middle finger. F sharp. I'm almost done. Shoot. C natural on the third string. I'm guessing now, sorry. E. There it is. Strings, and then sus4. We end on a sus4, and then it resolves. And that's it, man. I'm gonna play that one more time. Here's what I'll do. I'll work out the fingers for the last two measures because that's all we have left. I'm sorry, no, two staff lines, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 measures, last 4 measures. And then I'll rehearse it, and then I'll play it through on Monday, next Monday, having rehearsed it, talk about some things, and then every subsequent Monday, you'll just sort of see my improvement through the different practices. You'll see my improvement throughout I can't speak right now. Every Monday, from this point forward, I'm going to perform it once. Talk about some things that I worked on, the things that I struggled with, the things that worked really well, anything that changed, I'll mention. And hopefully over the next, I'm going to say 3-4 weeks, maybe 5, you'll get a nice performance of it, and it'll be pretty much done. And this series will be done, and then I'll just replace this piece with something else. And I think I'm almost done with the barrios too. So I'll finish the fingering for the barrios on Thursday as well. Same thing. Each week I'll play it, talk about things that need to be talked about, and leave it at that. All right? Okay. That's the hour. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget, if you made it to the end, if you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, I strongly suggest subscribing. If you'd like to make a small donation, there are some links in the description where you can donate through PayPal, or you can donate through donate through PayPal, or you can subscribe to my Patreon and become a monthly subscriber and help me, or just, donate whatever amount you feel is equal to the value of the content that I provide. That's all I'm trying to say. But we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop here. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you all on Thursday. Have a good night.